Tonight at 6, heartbreak and questions in Waukesha tonight after a man drove through a holiday parade, killing 5 people and injuring many more. Plus, a big benefit for local nonprofits, how a major revamp at the depot is playing a part. And a Northland Thanksgiving tradition is lending a hand to those in need now more than ever before.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening. I'm Briggs LaSavage. Kristen is off tonight. Thanks for joining us. 5 people are dead and 48 are injured after a man drove through a Christmas parade in Wisconsin. Police say they have 1 man in custody tonight. Marissa Pera reports from Waukesha, but we do want to warn you, the video you're about to see is hard to watch.
Police have identified the driver of this SUV who plowed into a crowd at a holiday parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin, as 39-year-old Daryl Brooks of Milwaukee. Police say he was fleeing a domestic disturbance and that he acted alone.
There's no evidence that this is a terrorist incident.
We got about 10 to 15 people down in the street. We also got multiple critical cases.
Police say an officer shot at the SUV to try to stop it, but had to stop firing to avoid the crowd. The 5 victims who died range in age between 52 to 81 years old.
Waukesha has held what can be described as a Norman Rockwell type of Christmas parade for almost 6 decades. Last night, our wonderful Waukesha parade became the scene of a horrific tragedy.
We saw the whole thing happen.
Richard Locke's son and niece were marching in the parade, came home later to find that same SUV went through his yard, damaging a car.
You think in hindsight about what response you could have to stop the guy, and it's just, you know, even if I was right in front of it, it would have been hard to stop it. I mean, he was going probably 30 to 35 miles an hour when he went past.
Main Street where this happened is now back open, but what remains is the paint where police marked off evidence left on the road. President Biden spoke about the tragedy this afternoon.
And an entire community is struggling to cope with the horrific act of violence.
Brooks will face 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide, and possibly other charges could be coming. Marissa Pera, CBS News, Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Governor Tony Evers has ordered flags to be flown at half-staff today to honor those victims. Meanwhile, closer to home, a Bacchus man is behind bars after police found drugs in his home. 61-year-old Scott Orth was arrested after police found 26 grams of meth during a search over the weekend. Police also seized other drug paraphernalia and sale items from his home. He's been charged with first-degree sale of drugs and second-degree drug possession. Anyone 18 years and older can now schedule a COVID booster shot at Essentia. Essentia Health will now offer the single-dose booster of both the Moderna and Pfizer COVID vaccines. After your primary series, you can mix and match booster doses. You can schedule shots through the Essentia MyChart patient portal. Minnesota's governor is taking action to support the state's long-term care facilities. Governor Tim Walz announced today he is activating the Minnesota National Guard to form the skilled nursing response teams. The teams will provide support to long-term care facilities experiencing staffing shortages. It's part of an effort to continue to address hospital capacity. Walz is also proposing $50 million in federal funding to help facilities hire and retain staff. Well, Dave joins us now for a quick look at weather. Dave, luckily it seems like we are warming up slightly tonight.
Yeah, we're going to warm up tonight after a very chilly start this morning. All of that cold air came on the heels of the clipper that brought a little bit of snow over the weekend. We'll take a look at snow totals in a few more minutes, but right now we look at this morning's low temps, which were pretty brisk in Minnesota, 9 in Ely and Grand Rapids, 7 for Orr. Crossing the bridge into northern Wisconsin, we had 10 to 11 for all the towns there, and 9 to 10 for the Upper Peninsula. But add 10 onto that for tomorrow because a warm front is coming our way, which will make for a mild Tuesday with even some sunshine. Because we're in between lows, we won't have too many clouds, for a few hours at least. Then once we get later into the week, Wednesday, the clouds will come back again. Short-term forecast says overnight lows tonight should be in the upper teens rather than the upper single digits. Mostly cloudy sky gives way to a mostly sunny one for Tuesday. And the high temps will be pushing towards 40 degrees, which is warmer than normal for this time of year. So that makes one stop and pause and ponder, can it stay that way through Thanksgiving I don't think it will. I think there'll be a cool down for the holiday, and we'll talk about how low it'll go again coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thank you, Dave. Thanksgiving is coming up in just a couple of days, and while many are heading to local stores to buy all they need to make a feast, many in the Northland don't have that same opportunity. CBS3's Abigail Smith shares how Chum is hoping to make a change this holiday season for those who need it most.
Monday morning, hundreds lined up, wrapping around the building of Our Savior's Lutheran Church with carts ready for a full Thanksgiving meal before the holidays. Chum hands out hundreds of meals for people down on their luck to enjoy. For some, like Linda Jablonski, it's a gift for her family.
My granddaughter's there with her 2 kids, teenagers, so I want to give it to her. And I really appreciate all of this. And the food means that they'll get Thanksgiving dinner.
Director of Chum, Scott Van Dale, says over the years, the need for food security has grown immensely in the community. He says though it's very pricey to prepare these meals, it's worthwhile.
The scary part is I've been here 5 or 6 years, and that need has grown that much so quick. It's just an amazing thing to see it happen, see it all come together, and see, the community at large come together and make it happen.
Van Dale says since prep began in June, turkey shortages and higher prices made distribution extra difficult this year. But thanks to an anonymous $18,000 donation to the food shelf, organizers were able to increase the amount of food they could give away.
Everything that it costs to do this is over $20,000, and to watch that disappear in a matter of hours is scary to me, to see how much goes out and then how much it costs to put it out.
As for Jablonski, she says she is more than happy to give these meals to families and friends in need each year.
It's so important because of Thanksgiving, and be with the family and the kids and have a nice dinner and share all this together.
100 meal boxes were given out Monday and were gone in just under 30 minutes. Organizers say it just goes to show the need for food evident, and it's something they will continue to work on with the community.
Chum is distributing 200 more Thanksgiving meals on Wednesday at the Chum Food Shelf in downtown Duluth. You can pick up a meal from 10 to 11 a.m. For more information about Chum and how you can help, visit our website. And as the weather gets colder, a local business is making sure those experiencing homelessness can keep warm. The Island Lake Inn, their employees and friends have teamed up to make free fleece blankets for the homeless community. The group is aiming to tie about 30 blankets to donate to Duluth's Chum. The inn has also been collecting new and gently used warm adult and children's clothing to donate to Chum. The group will gather from 6 to 8 tomorrow night at the inn. And be very careful with how you plan to cook your Thanksgiving turkey this year. That message coming from the Duluth Fire Department just days before the holiday. Today, they demonstrated how quickly a fire could spark if you don't defrost your turkey properly and then deep fry it. Christopher Orman with Duluth Fire says there's one major tip to avoid disaster and possible accidents while preparing your meal.
Give yourself some time. Don't try to rush it because every time you try to rush it, things don't work out, and then you fall behind, and then you end up running out the house and you're leaving all your stuff unoccupied.
According to the department, Thanksgiving is known for having the most cooking fires of any day all across the nation. So again, a reminder to defrost and dry your turkey before cooking it. One of Duluth's main arts and culture foundations is getting a revamp. The Depot Foundation welcomed a new development director and moved back into the historic Union Depot this year. CBS 3's Larissa Millis joins us with a look at how the Depot United campaign will benefit local nonprofits. Larissa.
8 arts and culture nonprofit organizations reside in the historic St. Louis County Depot, including the Duluth Playhouse, the Lake Superior Railroad Museum, and the Minnesota Ballet. All of these organizations were hit hard by the pandemic, which is why the Depot's Foundation campaign is hoping to raise funds to support each organization. Today marks the beginning of the official partnership between the Depot United campaign and the Depot Foundation. All the money raised through grants and donations will be evenly split between the 8 nonprofits. Rather than individually seeking out funding, the Depot Foundation will send out information and mail on behalf of all 8 organizations. They hope working together will show how important arts and culture organizations are to the city. Jessica Peterson was hired earlier this year as the foundation's development director. She says community support is vital to the arts recovering from the pandemic.
Really, it's just about saying to our Duluth community, us arts and culture organizations are here, we're united, we want to stay here in this Depot building, and we want to show our community how important arts and culture is to Duluth.
Peterson says, as a special thank you, all donors will receive a special postcard or print of July at the Depot, painted by Duluthian Ted Johnson. The Depot Foundation moved their office back to the Depot this summer in anticipation of the Depot United campaign. To learn more about the campaign and how you can donate, you can visit our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
All right, thanks, Larissa. And coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from a board member about what the campaign means to them. Well, still to come on Live Local, CBS3, Duluth kids are getting a new chance to connect with nature while at school. We'll take you to the Myers-Wilkins Elementary School next.
52 is our record high from 1966. Today we only mustered 24 degrees. The normal is 34. Tomorrow we will meet and beat that. But for how long? I'll show you the 7-day forecast right after our break.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company. Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS3.
Don't be fooled. Not all internet is created equal. At Mediacom, we have an incredibly advanced fiber-rich network. We don't just advertise fast speeds, we're proven to over-deliver on them. So you get more than what you pay for. And unlike many providers, we have hundreds of people who constantly monitor our network to keep you connected and protected. So let's talk. Switch to Extreme Internet 100 for only $34.99 a month for a year. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
Hi, I'm Sarah Tezik from Miners National Bank. We have been serving the Iron Range for over 115 years. We are honored to give back to the communities that have given so much to us. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask J3 Insurance in Duluth if auto owners make sense for you.
If you've been hurt in an accident, you need the experienced attorneys of Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben.
I wasn't just trying to get money from somebody because I was in an accident. I wanted more or less to be sure my health was going to be okay for the rest of my life. Working with Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben was great. They made me feel comfortable. They were always there when I needed them. They wanted to know how I was feeling and not just what was the latest injury.
Call Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben or visit us at schwabel.com for a free consultation.
There's excitement in the air around downtown Duluth. When you think holidays, head this way. There's cheer to be shared by all. From dining out to grabbing a drink to finding the perfect holiday gifts. There's more to be merry about in downtown Duluth. Shop locally and share the gifts of downtown Duluth this holiday season.
Welcome to CBS Mornings.
Up next, stories you'll be talking about today. That's a big deal.
People stop me on the street and say, I always learn something new every day when I watch your show.
This morning, we're going to begin with some good news.
Oh, you just put me in a good mood.
Just follow me. I'll lead the way.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Let's talk about that Alberta Clipper that came through the latter half of the weekend. Like Clippers do, it brought just a little bit of snow and then skedaddled. Big winner, Snowbelt, 4.5 inches of snow for Hurley. Marcel not so far away, 4 inches. Chisholm on the Mesabi range, though, got in the batch there with the Snowbelt, 3.5 inches. Bovee, 3, not so bad there for the Mesabi either. Deer River on the edge of the Mesabi, 2.5 inches. But back to the Snowbelt, our next winner there for snow was 2 inches in Pence. 1 inch on the fringe of the Snowbelt in Ashland. For many of the rest of us, including the Twin Ports, really just a trace. I really don't see any more Clippers coming this week. There will be a low-pressure system that grazes us midweek, but that may bring us only clouds rather than any snow. We'll talk about those odds coming up here after this look at our current conditions, of course, from Duluth International Airport. Weather central for the Northland. 21 degrees at the moment, 57% for the relative humidity, northwest wind 5 miles per hour, and air pressure on the high side at 30.17 inches of mercury. Not really because of a high pressure system, but because the air is cool and dense. Now, we take a look at the current temperatures. The air is, cool, especially towards Ely at 12, 14 up the Gunflint. Only 19 in Grand Rapids, but 27 for Moose Lake. That's not so bad. Temperatures in Wisconsin go from a cool spot of Hayward there at 15 to a warm spot of La Pointe at 23. And temperatures are still firmly in the teens for our friends in the Upper Peninsula. 15 Ironwood, 18 Watersmeet. Tomorrow, though, we're going towards the low 40s for highs, and morning lows will start about 10 degrees warmer than they did this morning. So it won't be that chilly for a pair of days. There will be a chill down coming, though, for Thanksgiving, which we'll talk about after this look at our Doppler map, which shows one low pressure system departing and another one trying to edge in from the west. So we're getting a splitting of the difference with the clouds here. Some areas of our region seeing a clear to mostly cloudy sky, some clouds trying to force back in. And I think for the short term overnight tonight, the clouds will win out. We're looking for a mostly cloudy sky, which will help keep our temperatures up just a little bit. And these snow showers, the vestiges, the last traces of the clipper, they will clip away, and we should have a dry night. Now, tomorrow, with lower pressure coming our way, we're going to have milder conditions because the low is leading with its warm front. But this low is moisture-starved, so it may be mild, but not snowy. In fact, tomorrow may be sunny for a few hours. Once we get into midweek, though, the heart of the low brings back the cloudy conditions to our area. But again, I think the snow is going to stay away, just missing us here, and so we'll be setting us up then for a Thanksgiving that'll look like this, which I'll show you on the 7-day forecast. From mild and cloudy on Wednesday, different conditions are coming for Thursday, and we'll start the progress towards that forecast with tonight's in Minnesota, where it'll be 10 above in the deepest of the chill on the Mesabi range, but even that's warmer than it was this morning. And by the lake, 22 above, which is warmer than it was this morning as well. Mostly cloudy sky is something to thank for that. We move to Wisconsin and Michigan, where low temps there will be cool at 11 in the UP, but 14 to 17 for the Wisconsin. That's not so bad. Tomorrow, sunshine, Wisconsin. That leads to high temps from 40 to 43. That's warmer than normal. Minnesota numbers go 39 to 43. That's warmer than normal. And on Wednesday, 38 is warmer than normal. But come Thursday, once the clouds go away and cooler Canadian air comes back to call Briggs, we're going to drop our Thanksgiving high, down to 21 after a morning start back around 10. A little bit brisk, stays a bit brisk through Friday, but then for the weekend we go back to normal, which is lower 30s.
Yeah, not so bad, and nice to see the sun out tomorrow, too.
And if that snow does indeed miss us traveling for Thursday and Friday, and the weekend shouldn't be bad at all.
All right, lots of people thankful for that.
Yes.
Thanks, Dave. Some Duluth preschool students now have a new fun way to play and connect with nature. Myers-Wilkins Elementary School unveiled its new nature Playscapes today. The Playscapes are incorporated into the landscape and feature natural materials like sand, water, hills, and logs. The idea is to allow kids who live in neighborhoods that are short on green space to connect with nature. Sherry Williams with Duluth Public Schools says the new areas also bring different forms of engagement.
There's a lot of physical skills that kids can work on when they're playing in a natural setting. And the type of play that happens on a nature playscape versus a traditional playground is a little more creative and collaborative in nature.
New nature playscapes will also be unveiled at Piedmont Elementary and Laura MacArthur Elementary later this week. Well, Kevin Moore joins us now. Kevin, a lot of Minnesotans still riding that high from yesterday's game.
Yeah, me too. It was great. That was the best NFL game I've been to.
Best birthday, probably, for you, too.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Thank you for the
Yeah.
Big win for the Vikings yesterday here from Adam Thielen. Plus, the latest UMD hockey rankings are out. Check out where the Bulldogs landed. Sports is next.
Join us weeknights for Live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night. CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money. Super One has a tireless commitment to be grand opening ready every day, with fully stocked shelves and a wide selection for you and your family. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now. So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you low prices and better choices.
Now at Arrowhead Supply, give $50 or more to charity and receive $400 off stressless Mayfair recliners and office chairs. $200 off any stressless recliner and office chair, and $200 off each stressless sofa seat. Don't wait. It's time for stressless. Donate and save at Arrowhead Supply in Duluth.
Hi, Russell Nicolay Law Office. If you've been seriously injured, we can help. For the last 14 years, my office has been helping folks like you and holding insurance companies accountable. My award-winning legal team can help you and your family. Remember, if you've been injured, get Nicolay. We win or you don't pay.
One of our biggest sales of the year, the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on our already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories. Give your home that special touch. Plus, totally free shipping. Huge store-wide savings at the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. And for better sleep, come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions and see how easy it is now to shop for a mattress.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota equipment. Featuring front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers, it's everything you need to take on winter. Get select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. See your local Kubota dealer today.
No one serves you better than Lulich Implement.
At the DTA, we're making your bus ride even safer. You can now buy your ticket anytime, anywhere, using the new MyDTA app for mobile fare payment and trip planning. Contactless, safe, convenient.
Coming up Tuesday on CBS3 this morning, we're learning the latest update of the 4-year-long ongoing Mission Creek Highway 23 project.
And high temperatures climb back to above average Tuesday and Wednesday, back into the 40s.
So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Team Schuster is heading back to the Olympics after a big win at the finals at the USA Curling Olympic Trials last night. They held off Team Dropkin in a tight one. It's the second straight time that they've won 2 straight elimination games against Dropkin at the finals. The big turning point was in the 6th end when Schuster came up with a 2-point end followed by a pair of steals to close it out. John Schuster put on a show, shooting 100% in his final rocks. His team of Chris Ply and John Landsteiner, who are both from Duluth, and Matt Hamilton, who is just from outside Madison, Wisconsin, will have their chance to defend their gold medal on the world's biggest stage. This will be Schuster's 5th straight trip to the Olympics. The UMD men's hockey team came away from a tough split out at the Ralph against North Dakota over the weekend and somehow moved up in the latest USCHO national poll. The Bulldogs are the highest they've been all season, up 2 spots to number 2. They also got 5 first-place votes. The top spot is occupied Minnesota State, but half of the top 12 teams in the poll play in the NCHC, including St. Cloud State, who North Dakota, Western Michigan, Nebraska, Omaha, and Denver this weekend. The Bulldogs are back at home for a non-conference series against Alaska Fairbanks. Meanwhile, after their 13-goal weekend sweeping Bemidji State, the Lady Bulldogs remain at number 7 in the USCHO rankings. On Friday, Elizabeth Gagier became the 9th player in NCAA history to reach 250 career points. The Bulldogs will head to the nation's capital for the D1 DC tournament. They dropped the puck at 4 p.m. Friday against Penn State. And how about them Vikings? 2 straight wins against quality teams have them at 6th place in the playoff picture, but just like Patrick Peterson said yesterday, post-Thanksgiving football is when the season begins. After weeks of the offense being stagnant, these last few weeks have been a welcome change for the Vikings faithful. The offense is starting to take more shots downfield. During these last 2 wins, Kirk Cousins has thrown for 635 yards with 5 touchdowns, 3 of the 5 going to Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson, who, of course, welcome more shots at making big plays.
Well, we have a lot of confidence. You know, I don't want to rank us, but honestly, we feel really good about what we can do on the football field, and we feel really good about getting opportunities and helping this football team win games. That's what we talk about week in and week out is, hey, it's on us to make those plays to help this football team win games. So we put a lot on our shoulders, and we're excited every week to get opportunities.
Vikings head to San Francisco to play the 49ers. Kickoff is at 3:25. And in the association, the Bucks are looking to stay hot and sweep the 2-game series hosting the Magic, while the Timberwolves look to stay hot themselves to make it 4 straight tonight against the struggling Pelicans. Tip-off for both games is at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we got Timberwolves looking good, Vikings looking good. It's a good time to be a Minnesotan right now.
Get the Wild back on track, and it'll be just like back home for me.
Yeah, back home being a Patriots fan, you know, you get a lot coming from that area. All right, thanks, Kevin. Well, let's take a look at what's coming up tonight on the CBS3 News at 10. Over the weekend, the Brownstone Apartments in Duluth caught fire, and tonight the fire department is sharing the findings from their investigation as a local historical group fights to keep that building standing. And before we go, the North Shore Scenic Railroad is bringing back the Christmas City Express this weekend. Those along for the ride begin the festive outing at the Lake Superior Railroad Museum in the depot with a reading of the Christmas City Express story. That will be accompanied with a visit from carolers and another visit from a special guest. Once on board the train, you will take a 30-minute ride right along Lake Superior, enjoying hot chocolate, snacks, and holiday music. For the train's full schedule, you can head to cbs3duluth.com. David, it'll be a nice weekend for that train ride.
You know, I don't think it'll be too bad. Weekend temperatures will be near normal, and it should be on the dry side, which, of course, isn't good news for snow fans. We did get a little snow last night. Now, for the rest of the week, it may be on the dry side. A low-pressure system may miss us. So let's eye up that 7-day forecast, and it shows right now we're in between low-pressure systems. So we're going to be getting mostly sunny sky tomorrow by default, not really because a high is settled in. High temp 40 degrees. That sunshine will let things cook up a little bit, but then a low pressure system from the west will cloud it up on Wednesday, and I think that low will just miss us, so we'll get the clouds, but not any precip. If that forecast changes, I'll let you know if we all of a sudden start adding snow into the mix. But at this stage of the game, it looks like Thanksgiving itself on Thursday will be somewhat sunny, but cool, with high temps already dropping back into the 20s by then.
All right, thanks, Dave. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.